once a night to sort of talk about music topics before I record my radio show for Vancouver, for Move 103 in Vancouver. And it's always a lot of fun to come on here and discuss topics. I'm really learning an awful lot about a lot of you, which I appreciate. It adds dimension to the channel where we talk about certain things. And someone suggested last night, well, before I talk about last night, it's been a weird day for Fleetwood Mac fans, the fact that they have sort of announced via Christine McVie saying that the band is kind of finished. So that was kind of a shocker today. And I think what happened last time when she said the band was finished, Mick Fleetwood came forward and said, well, that's not really true, and we may still do it again, and they did. This time around, she's saying physically she really can't do it because of back problems, and John McPhee's pretty much, her ex-husband, who's the bass player of the band, is pretty much done as well. So I just wanted to reiterate on that and talk about our topic for the night, which is guilty pleasures. Guilty pleasures is a gray area for a lot of people. Like for me, I used to say the Captain Antonio was a guilty pleasure for me. And I wait a second. Do I have, oh, there. Song of Joy. I love this album so much. But guilty pleasure also insinuates that something is maybe not as good, which is not true for Captain Antonio. They were great musicians. Well, Daryl Dragon was. Or not popular or not cool, like Kenny G. I like Kenny G. Saw him in concert. I don't love him. I never bought a Kenny G album. I got this for free. But also when it comes to movies, things like Love Actually. This is the soundtrack. There's actually good music on here. But some people might look at the movie Love Actually as a guilty pleasure. Now, I know that we have a very adult audience, and you might think, why is he explaining this guilty pleasure term to an adult audience? Because sometimes people get it right. Sometimes people get it wrong, but it's sort of a moving the goalpost kind of term where it can mean something's not as good, but you still love it. It can mean something's not as popular, but you still love it, right? And something that's not cool, but you still love it. Sean Cassidy, Morning Girl, there you go. Brian Peters, thank you. Well, this is Christmas music, but I like elevator music. Every girlfriend I've ever had in my life would say, what? Bay City Rollers is a perfect example. Teresa, thank you. That's like the ultimate example. Sean Cassidy was another one. The Partridge Family, any teeny bopper, the Spice Girls. But I like fiddling music. I grew up with it. My dad, how much was this? Look at $1. I love fiddling music and real music. Look at this. I've got this stuff. My dad had all these albums. My dad had this one. I bought it at a used record store. But the Carpenters, oh, I'm sorry, I hit the microphone. The Carpenters could be a guilty pleasure for some people. If you're a hard rocker and if you like metal and all of a sudden your friends come over and you're listening to Only Yesterday, la 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 la, jazz hands today. Well, they might be surprised, but then you'd say, that's my guilty pleasure. That's what, so like, I'm not explaining it to you as much as I'm saying the arena is a little bigger than, Yanni's a great example. Teresa, I played Yanni when I was doing New Age music for years on the radio. And I liked his early stuff. I didn't like the Acropolis stuff. By the time he got there, he was bombastic. He was like too big. The Trans-Siberian Orchestra to some people could be, for instance, because that followed in that line of that bombastic, make it bigger music, could be known as a guilty pleasure for some people. Because some people don't take them seriously, even though they're great musicians. Brandon Steele, good morning, John. My guilty pleasure is Milli Vanilli, 100%. I love that album. I agree. That's a great example. There are some folks who would look at that and say, well, all the stuff, the lip syncing, they weren't not lip syncing, they weren't even singing it. So, Teresa, you're coming up with great ones. Teresa Brownsfield, ABBA's a great example. I was just going through, I've got, with the exception of the last two albums, I didn't like the last two albums. They sold incredibly, but I didn't like them. Brian Peters, Sean Cassidy, Morning Girl, thank you. Yeah, we read that. Teresa Brownsfield, Bay City Rollers. By the way, please subscribe to our channel. We are trying to do a live feed most nights for folks who are up to it, just to chat about topics that really are topics that I used to chat about with my friends growing up. One of the things we're going to chat about is walking into a record store. Remember that vibe when we were young? It's not the same anymore. There's still record stores. The big chains are gone, but there's still record stores and smaller chains. And I don't feel the same way anymore because all the bands that I used to love aren't around, even though I love new music, but I listen to new music on Spotify. So there you go. That might be our topic for tomorrow. Hammond writes, for me, it's Frankie Goes to Hollywood. Welcome to the Pleasure Dome. See, that could be, yeah. Carrie Crouch, Donny Osmond, when I was a kid, but don't tell anybody. Carrie, thank you. Brandon Steele, Enigma. See, that's the going into the new agey kind of world music. And I played Enigma on the radio a lot because when I was involved in new age music, I was playing stuff like, not Kenny G, but the new age format played Kenny G. So I played Songbird, I played all the big hits. And then New Age brought out some Barry Manilow, Teresa. You're hitting it out of the park tonight. These are all artists who would be known as, David Carney says Leif Garrett. Exactly. Rich Baker, Spirits Having Flown, Bee Gees. Yes. Especially, I was going to say especially then because the light was starting to blow out of the Bee Gees by then, even though that was such a great album. I love that album. But when I brought Bee Gees albums to school with me, I remember bringing Main Chorus, which is where the switch happened with the band. They started going a little disco. Nights on Broadway was on there. But I remember some of my friends going, oh, what the hell? You're listening to the Bee Gees? I'm going, yeah, I've always listened to these guys. I listened to them before the change. Teresa Yanni, yes. Sean McLaughlin, Sean Cassidy's Under Wraps album produced by Todd Rundgren and has a great cover of Once Bitten, Twice Shy. Thank you, Patrick Casey. They don't know, they don't know Tracy Ullman. Yeah, and that was meant to be a retro sounding, record too. TDSM19, Brian Peters. I made the mistake of clicking on Sean Cassidy, Once Bitten, Twice Shy. Just don't. Uncle Elmer, Sparks, vastly underrated. They really were. I haven't seen the documentary yet. I want to see it. And clever lyrics and pop songs. Cool Places with Jane Wheatling was funny and lighthearted. David Carney, Tony DeFranco family, yeah. Abracadabra, love beat is a heartbeat, or I forget the lyrics. Dun, 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 dun. I'm really getting into it tonight. It's not pretty, I know. Greg Parker, hey John, hit the like button, thank you. Air Supply for me, great example. See, we're coming up with, there's always groups, right? The metal people, most of my metal friends would have like somebody that they really, really liked. It wouldn't be Kenny G, but sometimes it would be someone like Barry Manilow. Before we started calling it metal, the hard rockers, all of a sudden I'd go to the record collection. What do you do when you're in high school and you go to your friend's bedroom or something, right? Unless it's your girlfriend. But what do you, the first thing you go to the record collection? Something we talked about last night. You go right to the record collection because no matter what they say in school, you can say a lot of stuff. The record collection says everything. So I'd go to the record collection. I remember there was this one guy, he listened to like Blood Rock and stuff. And he was a big Black Sabbath fan. And I went there and he had like every Barry Manilow album. Oh, I remember he loved Even Now. He admitted he loved the album Even Now. But Trying to Get the Feeling, he had that album, which is my favorite Barry Manilow album. But I had those. See, the difference between him and I is I broadcast, it's a Richiak 59. I'm a hard rock classic metal guy. Hold on, let me get to your full comment. But my guilty pleasure was Hall & Oates. There you go. Beach Boys, Bee Gees, ABBA, Weezer, Buddy Holly, Simon and Garfunkel. That's a lot of real estate there. A lot of different people. But it's Richie C59. That's probably what it is, right? I.e. Richie. But thank you for your super chat. I really appreciate that. It makes our life a lot easier. Like I said, I always say when we do live broadcasts, it's hard times for a lot of people. And we don't usually ever ask for that. But if you can, that's great. It helps our channel. It helps us advertise. But these are great. You're coming up with really, really good ones. Okay, where am I? God, the DeFranco family. I haven't thought of those guys. Like Tiger Beat, remember? So yes, thank you for pressing the like button. I appreciate that. Brandon Steele, Madonna's greatest hits. I couldn't stand Madonna when she first came out. By the time Like a Virgin came out, I remember even then I'm going, I like the cover. It's really well done. You can tell they're spending a lot of money now. But what is it about this lady? I just don't like anything about her. And then they all gave us a free copy of Like a Virgin. I remember we got Whitney Houston's first album for free. Every announcer got it. We got Tina Turner, Private Dancer for free. There was a few in there that they were pushing it so much they gave free copies to all the radio announcers. Not the radio station, but the record label. So I got Like a Virgin for free, and I can't say that I really played it. I can't say. I brought it home, and I think it sat in my my LP collection until I sold all my LPs. Big mistake. I know. I bought a lot of them back. So Brandon Steele, thank you. Hike with Mike. As a metalhead, I love Saturday Night Fever album. It's right over there. It's right over there. That's a great example. Quarantine Dragon fan Tim. Okay, off topic for a second. What do you think of Chicago's new song? I like it. I do like the song. I'm trying to get an interview with them right now. David Carney, DeFranco family. Yes. Rich Baker, David Cassidy. I write the songs. He did it before Barry Manilow. I didn't know that. Really? Wow. And Barry Manilow didn't even write it, of course, as a lot of you know. Uncle Elmer, Bay City Rollers, Leaf Garrett. I was made for dancing. Carpenters is so well done pop. I truly love. Only just begun. It's a treasure. The thing about the Carpenters is that was really well produced stuff, right? And because they were sugary, people would put them in that category, but they belong there, and they don't belong there, right? I mean, Leaf Garrett, that's like Demi Lovato stuff. Any of those Disney girls, and I know that people like Miley Cyrus. Just as an aside, after the twerking thing, I was done with Miley. That was done. I'm going, I don't care what you do. I don't care if you resuscitate, bring people back, John Lennon back from the dead. I'm done with Miley Cyrus. So even though she's proved herself since then, but there is also, and you could say this for a lot of pop artists, hundreds of thousands of girls who sing just as well as she does, and they're singing in bars, and they'll never be well known, and that's the way it goes. But that's been the way it is with music since the beginning. Sidekickster. Some people, including choir directors, have told me that I have a Karen Carpenter voice. Wow. Yeah, I like their songs. Well, you have a nice voice then. Good for you. John Swander music. Totally Herman's Hermits or the Monkees. The Monkees were in the beginning, even though the musicians were great behind them and the songs were great. Some of the greatest written and performer songs ever. Yes, Teresa Brownfield, Barry Manilow. Thanks, Teresa. You're hitting that out of the park tonight. Quarantine Dragon fan Tim, if you want record stores, you need to go to Ann Arbor, Michigan. Thank you. Victoria. TSS 70s music is my favorite, my era. Mine too. Teresa, again, Starland Vocal Band. By the way, the album, the first one with Afternoon Delight, is an incredible album. Like really, give it a chance. I think it's on Spotify. But take a listen to, they do a cappella stuff on there. It's just crazy good. It's well done. And even though they belong in that category, because Afternoon Delight, I mean, it's a schmaltzy kind of song. I still love it though. And yeah, check out the album on Spotify. It's really well done. So there you go. Sean McLaughlin, I will still sing along full volume to Barry Manilow's biggest hits. Agreed. Well said. Please subscribe to our channel, folks. And please like our video. We'd appreciate that. Because right now we only have 20 likes. Maybe I'm just not that likable tonight. Maybe. But please like our videos. Fraser J. Hey, Fraser J. Hi, John. Love your video cover. Can't beat a little bit of Kenny G, Duo Tones. Yeah, is a great album. New documentary, listening to Kenny G, is definitely worth a watch. I haven't watched it. Quarantine Dragon fan Tim. Andy Gibb, great example. Even though the music was good, I mean, his brothers put it together. Brandon Steele, Leo Sayre is another one. Endless Flight, I thought, was such a great album. I know he had hits before that, but you know, when there's always an artist will always have that signature album or song where right like he was in the pocket. He had like Jeff Porcaro playing for him, some of the Toto guys playing for him, other guys from Toto. He had Steve Gadd on drums. It was Jeff Porcaro and Steve Gadd on Endless Flight. It was crazy. Hike with Mike. In the modern times, I love the band, 1975. Wade Lindman. Barry Manilow was my first concert. I saw Barry Manilow too. He was really good. Detroit, 1981. TDSM 19. Brian Peters, Don't Blame Me, okay? Where am I? Kickstarter, BJ Thomas, Neil Diamond. Love their voices. I love Neil Diamond so much. I talked to David Page about Neil Diamond because he used to play piano for him. Victoria. Linkin Park, Chris Cornell. Sandy, David Cassidy. Could It Be Forever? Shocking, but yes. Sean McLaughlin, the Sparks doc is very good. Where can I watch it? I want to watch it. Is it on any of the streaming platforms? This town ain't big enough for the both of us. What a tune. Mike L. Night Flight to Venus by Boney M. I like Boney M too. Christmas mostly though. Ted Harrington. ABBA Super Trooper. There you go. Brian Peters. Rick Springfield. Archangel is great. There you go. You guys are coming up with some good ones. Ted Harrington. Olivia Newton-John. Totally Hot. Yeah, the rockers would still like Olivia Newton-John even before Grease, because she'd been big in music a long time before Grease. But yeah. Sean McLaughlin. The great cover version of Black Betty by Ram Jam. Aaron Campbell. Carl Douglas. Kung Fu Fighting. What a great example. That's a great example. The Night Chicago Died. There's another one. Billy Don't Be a Hero. Back then, they were like really syrupy songs where CHR contemporary hit radio might not play those even today because they were too. Love Will Keep Us Together is another great example of a lot of gold stations won't play that song anymore, even though it was number one song in 1975, but they won't. Quarantine Dragon fan Tim says, my guilty pleasure was Debbie Gibson. She was so cute. Alex Knight, Donna Summer from Boston. Thank you, Alex. Nice to have you on here, my friend. I remember when we did our first video for Toto, we did sort of talking about Toto or Toto 1 or something. Alex was right there in the beginning. Alex, I always appreciate that, my friend. David Carney. Vicki Lawrence, the night the lights went down in Georgia. Bing! Click the bell. That is a great one. Where she could sing, but she wasn't known as a singer. On Carol Burnett, she sang, but she wasn't really known as a singer. And Carol Burnett sang, and that's just that family. And even though I look back at that show now when they're breaking character and they're laughing, there's a part of me that goes, okay, it wasn't that funny. But it was funny then. It was funny for me when I was young. There was a Canadian duo in Canada named Wayne and Schuster. And now I look back at their stuff, and it's a little hokey. But as a kid, I loved them so much. You ever notice a lot of comedic stuff from the 70s that you thought was incredibly funny? You're rolling on the floor laughing. You watch it now and you go, because you've heard so much other comedy and you've matured, in that comedic software in you has matured. So, God, we've gone 21 minutes already. Ted Harrington, Klaatu, Endangered Species. Someone was just telling me today to put the interview with those three guys up, which I did. Lori, my good friend, the Soul Crusade of the Mandela. I hope you're doing well, Lori. D. McMahon, Dr. Hook, Casey and the Sunshine Band. Yep, good ones. Wangson. Take a Chance on Me, ABBA. When the rockers told me they liked ABBA, which I did, the difference was I would tell people I liked all this music. I didn't hide it, right? Great call on Klaatu, Sean McLaughlin. Victoria. Hike with Mike. We read that already. Ted Harrington. High Adventure, Kenny Loggins. We're trying to get Kenny Loggins again. He's already been on our channel. Remember, every day we have a new interview clip or a new clip in general on our channel that we just basically do. So we like to keep things going on this channel. So if you haven't subscribed to Rock History Music, keep in mind it's not just me coming on here and doing live feeds and talking about subjects. Though this is my favorite part of doing this channel. I love doing this the best. But we also have live interviews with so many classic rockers almost every single day. That's kind of what we do. So if you like that, please subscribe to our channel and click the like button. We'd appreciate that. David Carney, Manhattan Transfer. The boy from New York City. Remember that, huh? Yeah. Hike with Mike. I used to go to a local owned sandwich shop and they had a sub called Afternoon Delight. It was awesome. Oh, wow. Anything Starship by Wade Lindemann. I was just talking to John Zeka, who's Bobby Kimball of Toto, formerly of Toto's producer. And we were talking for about 10 minutes because he knows Mickey Thomas of Starship really well. And he's setting up an interview with Mickey right now with me. So it'll happen. I know I've been talking about it for a while, but Mickey's busy. D. McCann, Asia. Well, not for the proggers. The proggers liked Asia. Well, no. Half the proggers liked Asia because Asia was popular prog pop. So some of the proggers wouldn't have liked it, right? Aaron Campbell. Bill Danoff from Starland Vocal Band wrote multiple songs for John Denver, including Take Me Home Country Roads. I didn't know that. Dwayne, hello everybody. Guilty pleasure music, anything live like Procol Harum live concert with the Edmonton Symphony Orchestra. Culture Club, Gary Crouch. Yeah, that's a good one. Brent, anything from the Carpenters is so well done. Simply not to be denied. And I agree. I mean, look at, where is it? Oh, there we go. Oh, Solitaire's on this one. Yeah. Only Yesterday. Please, Mr. Postman. Yeah. Karen looked so beautiful there, didn't she? Yeah. That was nearing the end of their major popularity because that was 74. David Carney, the Hudson Brothers, good one. What was the name of that Turquoise album? I had that Turquoise album. I had it because I like some of the music on their special. And their comedy was very hokey too. Ohio Express, Ted Harrington. In the Ghetto, W. Warden. You mean Elvis is in the ghetto? And his mama cried. Quarantine Dragon fan. Beach Baby. Yeah, First Class. Beach Baby. The gentleman who created that was also in 3-4 other bands at the time that were very popular in Europe. And at one time he was in a variety TV singing show and he had to perform with 3 different bands. Yeah, I just found that out from a gentleman named Tom Locke who wrote a book on rock and roll. We'll be presenting that in the next few weeks. He's an interesting guy. Eric Maldonado. I'm sorry again. Maldonado guitar. Thank you. Sorry. Gloria Estefan. Rhythm is going to get you. Yeah, that one I could never get around that. Samantha Munitz. Hey Samantha, how's your acting career going? By the way, I know who you are, and thank you for being friends with me on Facebook. I wanted to mention because you had commented on something before. I think it was a Kiss thing. So Samantha, Climax Blues Band, couldn't get it right. Good one. But anyway, Samantha, get back to me. How's the acting career going? You've got a good acting career. People should check her out on her channel, Samantha Munitz. I hope I'm saying it right. You're a very good actress. You know that? You've done really well. But anyway, get back to us. Let us know how it's going. Hike with Mike, Human League, Fascination. That was a great song. Dwayne, another guilty pleasure is an is oldies music. Yeah. Ted Harrington, anyone admit to Disco Duck? That's a great one. Thank you. Violent Femmes doing Do You Really Want to Hurt Me? W. Warden. Rick Baker. David Soul, Don't Give Up on Us. Bing. Perfect. Yes. Paul Davis, I Go Crazy. Teresa Brownfield. I was just talking to Joseph Williams of Chicago. Freudian slip. They sound similar. At times they did. Not always. I was just talking to Joseph Williams because he covered some Paul Davis on one of his albums, I Am Alive. And he said he never got to meet him. Quarantine says, Ted, I like the song Disco Duck. Right note. We just had... Oh, we had joy, we had fun, we had Seasons in the Sun. Yes. Yeah. Terry Jacks. Bertha Garcia. Greetings from Mexico. Hello. Barry Manilow is a good one. Paul says, Henry Gross Shannon. Henry's going to be on our show again. He's been on 4 times already. He's going to be on in the next month or so because he's got a new album out. Clifton Manley, Jim Croce. Brent Bee Gees, Baby As You Turn Away. Wangson, Jim Croce indeed. Oh, Bobby Goldsboro. Bobby Goldsboro. Yeah. Honey, I Miss You. Thank you. Hike with Mike. Beaver Brown Band, On the Dark Side. I'm talking to John in the next few weeks. He's going to be on our show. Roger King, Mandy by Barry Manilow. That's a good one. Ted Harrington, Paper Lace, Billy Don't Be a Hero. It's so corny. It's so corny, it's good. You know what I mean? I smile when I hear those songs. I really do. Western Sky, Engelbert Humperdinck. After the Lovin'. Yep, 76. After the Lovin'. I can't sing. Teresa Brownfield. Anything by Dan Fogelberg. Charlie Pride, Wade Lindemann. My mom liked Charlie Pride, and it rubbed off on me. I love Charlie Pride. Dennis Perrin. Asterism. These kids are awesome. Crimson King. I always like Madonna, Ray of Light CD. Noah Hotchman. Jazz pop standard stuff like Paul McCartney, Kisses on the Bottom. Brent, Jim Croce, These Dreams. Michael Lewis, Ice Cream Man. David Lee Roth. Oh, you guys are coming up with great stuff. Hold on. Blues Dog Music. Hit me with your rhythm stick. Yeah, Ian Jury and the Blockheads. Roger King, Thunder Island, Jay Ferguson. I love that song. Anything by Bread, Paul Goodwin. Yeah, yes, of course. Cheryl Ladd, Think It Over. I don't remember that one. I love Cheryl Ladd. I was so in love with Cheryl Ladd. Ted, thank you. Noah says, love Glenn Campbell. Guilty Pleasure artist is Neil Diamond from Justin James Jewell. Glenn Campbell, Foreigner 4 album. This is so cool. The list here, there's some lists of songs that I just found that are known. Vanessa Carlton, 1,000 Miles, of course. Remember that from White Chicks, the movie? Wow. Terry Crews. That was so cool. Belinda Carlisle, Heaven is a Place on Earth. There you go. What else do we got here? Bare Naked Ladies, One Week. I didn't know that would be known as a guilty pleasure song. Paris Hilton, there you go. Oh, where is it? Oh, God, Paris Hilton. Paris Hilton, Stars Are Blind, 2006. Oh, God. The All-American Rejects, Swing Swing. I don't know that one. Britney Spears, Lucky. There you go. City High, What Would You Do? I don't know that one either. Oh, New Kids on the Block, Please Don't Go Girl, 1988. Lindsay Lohan, Over. There you go. 2004, yeah. Wilson Phillips, Hold On. I don't know if I'd include that, but sure. It is sweet. Yellow Card, Ocean Avenue. Oh, they have Boston, More Than a Feeling on here? No. Come on, that's not a guilty pleasure. But Hillary Duff, So Yesterday Is. This is a list from Complex magazine. David Archuleta, Crush. Modern English, I Melt With You. I played that song on the radio many times. Avril Lavigne, What the Hell, from 2011. Smash Mouth, All Star. Yeah, I can understand that. Backstreet Boys, As Long As You Love Me. Oh, I love that song. That is, I know that's schmaltzy, but I love that song. Incubus, Pardon Me, is on the list. Who else? Some of these I don't know. Kesha, We Are Who We Are. I've never liked her music. Simply Red, Something Got Me Started. I wouldn't put that on. Limp Bizkit, Nookie, yes. Yeah. Yeah, 1999. Yeah, here for the Nookie. Miley Cyrus, Seven Things. We got some more stuff coming up. Bruno Mars, Locked Out of Heaven. I love that song. That's really the only Bruno Mars song that I like. I can't say that I like any other ones. I mean, I put up with them, but I don't know. John Mayer's Split Screen Sadness is on the list. Oh, Andrea, True Connection. More, more, more. How do you like it? Some of these I don't really know at all. Pitbull. I Know You Want Me. I don't get Pitbull. I don't understand why he's known as a music. I don't understand Pitbull. I mean, one of the things we can do one night is talk about artists who claim they're musicians who really aren't musicians. Like I've said this about Demi Lovato before, where I'm going, I don't even like what. Like, to me, Demi Lovato is just a lady who's gotten a lot of stuff. She's just like she's got a lot of baggage. This girl, and if she's really going through all this, I feel sad for her. But I'm not sure why she's bringing out so much of her stuff. Like that's a persona now. Her persona is what is he dealing with now? You know, so I don't like that kind of stuff. Michael Shogi, The Bangles. If She Knew What She Wants. Michael Lewis, I'm Going to Be Proclaimers. Great song. Scarlett O'Hara, No Pitbull. Ted Harrington, Gordon Lightfoot, Sundown. Love that song. Elaine Cox, Right Said Fred, I'm Too Sexy. That's one of the best ones. That's one of the best ones of the night. I'm Too Sexy. Cinderella, Night Songs. Clifton. Anyway, Elaine Cox, thank you. Michael Shogi, The Cars' greatest bubblegum band ever. I mean that as a compliment. Kurt says Lady Gaga. I've never warmed up to Lady Gaga's music. I've never enjoyed her music at all. I just don't like her music. I recognize that she has talent. I recognize that she can sing and act. But I wouldn't say I'm repulsed by her at all. But when she's on, I will usually turn the channel. Everyone has someone like that, right? That when they're on TV, they'll go, oh, you know, I just go. I'm like that with Lady Gaga. And I understand she's got talent. Listen. Oh, someone says William Shatner doing Rocket Man. Remember him doing Rocket Man? Oh, Amiel music. I get that wrong because it looks like an RN, and I think it's an AMIEL. Enya, I hear ya. Little River Band. Paul. Teresa Brownsfield. Paul Revere and the Raiders. Indian Reservation. Never liked that song. Blaze Eisner. Brother John. Keith Carradine. I'm Easy. Oh, yeah. Yes. Love the Jeff Baxter interview. I'm debating whether I'm going to have him back on. Oh, Selena Gomez, Who Says? Noah. Yeah. Love is Blue. That's a good one. Brent, thank you. Roger King, Rock Me Gently. Andy Kim. Eddie Murphy, Party All the Time. That's a perfect one. You Make Me Feel Like Dancing, Hike with Mike. Yes. So Lucinda, thank you for that too. Samantha, Munit's Bobby Kimball's album, Rise Up. Samantha, you're like plugged in. I want to make sure I'm talking to the Samantha I think I'm talking to. Go to the channel. Yeah, that's you, Samantha. Samantha, you've got a lot of, you're like my son. My son's, I'm not sure how old you are. I'm not going to ask you. But my son I was just going, dun, 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 dun. And my son said, oh, I gotta listen to that album. He's 18. I went, what album would that be? He says, well, Dad, Songs in the Key of Life, Stevie Wonder. My son he's so good with classic rock or classic pop. He just knows his stuff. So I'm always proud of him. Saved his money, just bought himself a BMW. It's a used one, but he just bought it. Hold on, let me go through some comments. See which ones I've missed. Oh, Roger King, good one. Bertie Higgins, Key Largo. Oh, yeah. When I got into radio, that was a hit in the early 80s. And we were at a soft rock station called K-Light. Do I have a thing from K-Light? It's so strange that I don't. I usually keep my radio memorabilia close. I haven't put it out, but we played Key Largo all the time. Oh, Samantha says I got my music gene from my dad. How's it going in acting, Samantha? You doing okay? I read I think you were commenting on a Kiss thing, and I went, is that the same lady who friended me on? Because most of the time when I get someone who's quite young, a lot younger than me, wanting to be friends, it's a kind of a weird, like OnlyFans kind of person who doesn't exist. But then I realized you were an actress, and I went, oh, you're a legitimate person. Oh, she sounds like an interesting person. And I watched your acting reels, and you're very talented, by the way. So, Samantha, good for you. And thanks for being a real person. But thanks to your dad to introducing you to good stuff. So good for you. Hike with Mike, The Time Jungle Love. Yes. Oh, Emotion, Samantha sang. Yeah, another Bee Gees kind of thing. Oh, Delight Groove is in the Heart. That's a perfect one. Do 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 do. You guys are picking up a lot of good stuff. Hike with Mike, Paul Young. Every Time You Go Away. I love that video. It's a live video. He's on stage, and I remember thinking it looked like a movie. That Every Time You Go Away. I remember thinking it looks like something. There was something in the way he was swaying on stage, and he still looks like $1 million. Paul Young does. He just looks completely different, but he still looks really good. That made it seem like it was his last concert or something, and it was the end of a movie. That's what I thought when I watched that video. Michael Shogi. If I Can't Have You, Yvonne Elliman. There you go. Oh, Smokey Alice. I haven't heard that in ages. Pilot Magic. Great example. Oh, someone quarantined your comment, but I unquarantined it. Same as Elaine. Good stuff, guys. Wicked Game, Chris Isaac, Ted Harrington, John Parr. Naughty Naughty single. I don't know if I knew that. Of course, St. Elmo's Fire. D. McCann, Tears for Fears. I love Tears for Fears so much. The Elemental album, when they were not a duo anymore, just blew me away. And the fans were going, "Wait a minute, it's only Roland Orzabal." Kurt was gone, but he came back. Kenny Loggins, Heart to Heart. That's 2 votes for him. Thanks, John. Eric says John Parr, Restless Heart. Excuse me. Timothy Wills, Jackie Blue, Ozark Mountain Daredevils. That's a good example because that did not sound like the band. You didn't have to delete it. It's okay. It didn't have to. With Ozark Mountain Daredevils, I remember listening to their music going, wait a minute, this band doesn't even sound like that. And in some ways, it was like Don't Fear the Reaper, where Blue Oyster Cult didn't really sound like Don't Fear the Reaper. That was just... Brandon Steele, Elemental is 10 out of 10. I agree. Man, that's a good album. For Green Frog, LOL, Kinky Friedman, and the Texas... Oh, I'm not going to say that out loud. Justin James, Jewel. Kenny Rogers, The Gambler, great example. Yeah, because it was kind of hokey, but it was fun. Story songs are fun, right? Oh, How Do You Do? Yeah, who did that again? How do you do? Uh-huh. Da, 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 da. Someone's going to look it up. Or someone knows it. Dyslexic. Emil Music. Pasta Ducci. Good one. Musical Youth. Yeah. I don't know if I ever really liked that song. I used to do dances. When I was a DJ, I'd go out and do dances, and I got great respect for DJs who do dances because it's very hard to do. Summer the First Time, Bobby Goldsboro. Paul, thank you. Ted Harrington. Maria Mulder, Midnight at the Oasis. God, I love that sound. I love that sound. I love that song. I used to have the 45. Noah says, how's Shannon? Sorry for the off topic. It's okay. You can ask anything off topic. Shannon's, I told her I'm going to try to do something every night to come in here because we have to bring up we're trying to get to 100,000. And I also like doing live broadcasts an awful lot. This is one of my favorite things. Remember, I'm on my 40th year of radio, so I've been on the radio live so many years. I'm not live on the current station I'm on, Move 103 in Vancouver, but I do a show there every weekday. And I've worked for them since 1990, and I like being on live. And you know what? It is hot in this room. This is the room that I record my show in on a computer right over there. And there you go. I love Midnight at the Oasis. But she's doing well. She's just choosing not to come on every night with me. She says, why don't I just come on Friday? So she'll be here tomorrow night. Eric says, you're a superstitious. D. McCann. This is the first time here. Love the show. Hey, D, thank you so much. Please subscribe. And D, just so that you know, our channel is mostly interviews, but lately I've really enjoyed coming on live and doing our thing at night and asking questions. And I'm learning so much about the audience that you guys who check out my channel. So thank you. Daniel Tidwell, Toto Falling in Between. Okay. Anyway, D. McCann, thank you. Please subscribe. John says, oh, Chevy Van, 70s country music. Yeah. And that's all right with me. Joe Conwell, Night Moves, Bob Seger. Quarantine says, how about the Babies? Yeah. John and the Babies. Dyslexic. How do you do? Yes. Short People, Randy Newman. That's a good one from Paul. Lewis Crow. My guilty pleasure is disco. I love disco. I really did. My friends were hating it. I loved it. Clifton, I didn't buy a lot of it, I have to admit, but I loved it. Clifton Manley. My real guilty pleasure is The 12th Man. Great music, funny as. Ted Harrington, Jay Ferguson, Thunder Island. A lot of people have said that. Chevy Chase. So Chevy Van was Sammy Johns. Thank you, Karen. Karen Dinsmore. I appreciate that. Eric says, Sergio Mendez, Never Gonna Let You Go. Oh, love that. And again, I was getting into radio. We were playing that. Joe says, Karen Dinsmore, thank you. The Bee Gees, the 70s disco. Yes, from Stygian 60. Justin James Jewell, less than 5,000 more. Let's get John to 100,000. Thank you. So please subscribe. Like the video. They do a lot when you like them. They do a lot more. Teresa Bromfield. Teresa, you have been on fire tonight. Toto, I'll be over you. Rooftop video. Yes, with Michael McDonald, remember? Ted Harrington, New Shoes, I Can't Wait. I was in love with that woman. I don't know what her name is, but when that video came out, I was just looking at the video, New Shoes, I Can't Wait. I'm going, I love that woman. I don't know why, I just love that woman. And that was the end of our relationship. I was married at the time to my first wife. Street Player, Chicago. Thanks, Paul. Ted. Biz Markie, Just a Friend. Oh, if someone doesn't know that song, okay, if you don't know that song, just check it out. It's just so funny. And it's got a lazy kind of beat to it. Every time Shannon and I are in the car and we listen to XM, every time we're in the car and that comes on, we leave it on. It's just funny. John, Teresa Brownfield. I love that song. Melody R. Hi, Melody. Bring me some water, Eddie Money. Bring me some water. I shot a man on the Mexican border. Michael Shogi, Falling in Love, Hamilton, Joe Franken Reynolds. Great example. David, I'm going to unblock your message because there's nothing wrong with it. Do you want to make love? Peter McCann. Dyslexic. I was talking about the Mouth and McNeil version. Oh, okay. D. McCann, I not only subscribe, but I smash that like. Oh, thank you, D. I appreciate that. Appreciate it. And welcome aboard. Come on anytime. I like to, lately in the summertime, I'm going to probably come on here once a night and talk about a different topic. But I'm looking for topics, and please suggest some that are, like I said, walking into the record store. Best moment in a record store going. I remember seeing Hydra by Toto in 79 and going, oh, I can't believe, what? Toto's got a new album? Because this is not the internet time. We didn't have the internet. And if you didn't read Rolling Stone magazine or some magazine, that told you what releases were coming up. And so walking into a record store was always a really exciting thing to do. Okay, we've got a few more minutes left. Another one for me, Radio Gaga by Queen, Justin James Jewell, Karen Dinsmore, anything John Denver, yep. Valerie Day, Louis Crowe, thank you. The singer was Valerie Day. I haven't seen her lately, but we all age. We're allowed to age. You know what I hate? I hate those videos where they say, oh, look at these singers who have gone downhill. They look like this now. I'm going, come on, you're not allowed to age? What? I always thought that was mean. I don't know. I mean, sometimes it's a luck of the draw how you age. And people are always saying, look at Cher, she looks so young. Well, yeah, she's had multiple plastic surgeries. Multiple. Toto, out of love. Teresa, thank you. Keith says, Simon and Garfunkel, Bridge Over Troubled Waters. Elvis version are excellent. Eric says, Kingdom of Desire has some ferocious playing. Luke is amazing. Steve Lukather is a crazy. He's one of my favorite. Well, he's kind of my favorite guitarist. Joe Conwell, believe it or not, the greatest American hero. Oh, yeah. Believe it or not. Thank you for liking it, John. Oh, you listen to Bridge, Noah? Yeah. Oh, Bo Donaldson and the Haywoods. Who do you think you are? Dyslexic, thank you. The Tokens, The Line Sleeps Tonight. I have a love-hate relationship with that one. I kind of like it, kind of hate it at the same time. W. Warden, Lawyers, Guns, and Money. Oh, yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Warren Zevon was amazing. Ted Harrington. Bobby Boris Pickett. Monster Mash. That's a great one. Yeah, good example. James Bashir's Frank Sinatra and Dean Martin. Love the Rat Pack. Yeah, me too. John says, theme song from Angie's 70s sitcom, Different World. Oh, Undercover Angel. Oh, I love the drums of that. The drums when it comes in the beginning. Da-da-da. Yeah. David Carney. Thank you, David. Stygian 60. Ace of Base. The Sign, All That She Wants. Thank you. Teresa Brownfield. Werewolves of London. Yeah. Ow. God. Love these comments. The B-52s. Oh, Hooked on a Feeling. Michael. Yes. BJ Thomas. Anita Ward, Ring My Bell. These are so good. These are like amazing. You guys are coming up with really good ones. Firefall, You Are the Woman. I interviewed Rick from Firefall. He's not with the band anymore. Oh, Stuntman 8, ABBA, Dancing Queen. By the way, please like our video, but please subscribe. So once a night, we're going to come on here. You don't have to come on every night. But once a night, we're going to come on here and we're going to do a different topic. Suggest a topic, please. If we're not on, if you're watching this when it's already on, it's not live, give us a suggestion for a topic that you want to talk about some night. Anything that people... I like topics that just wake people up. That's why I said, tomorrow night we're probably going to do, what was your best record store moment when you went in and you saw this album? Like, oh my God. Right? Melody R, Shaking All Over, Chad Allen and the Silvertones. Thank you. Dyslexic. Strange Way, great song. Yeah, Firefall. Ted Harrington, Pop Music M, another good one. Welcome Back song. Yeah, Hike with Mike. John Sebastian of The Loving Spoonful. Richard Marx, Should Have Known Better. You know, I love Richard Marx. Now, I don't know if I say this very often, and I don't consider him a guilty pleasure. For me, maybe for you, of course. But I was talking to Fee Waybill the other day, the lead singer of the Tubes, and he's good friends with Richard Marx. He writes a lot with Richard. And I told him, I said, Fee, we talked for almost 2 hours, me and Fee Waybill. I said, you've got to get me in touch with Richard Marx. And he said, well, I'll give you his manager's name. I said, why isn't it on his website? He said, I don't know, it's not my website. So anyway, he gave me his manager's name. John Sebastian, yes. Roxanne, thank you. Oh, Charles Kaufman, you are the man. Video Killed the Radio Star by the Buggles. It would be one of the all-time big ones. Oh, Michael's, yeah, we were talking about this yesterday. Albums that killed careers. Hot Space Queen, Kilroy Was Here, Styx. That's a great one. Thank you. Let me write that down. You guys are awesome. Michael, I appreciate that. I'm going to give you credit by writing this down. Killed careers. Queen. There, written down for tomorrow night. Okay, we're going to start winding it down. Kiss You All Over, David Carney. Man, you guys are way better at this than me. I appreciate you so much. Michael, thank you. I appreciate that. Dyslexic, Chris Squire. Oh, yes. Yeah. Rock Me Tonight. Oh, God. Yeah. Well said. Yeah, Billy Squire. I have to write it down. Failed follow-up albums. We kind of touched on that last night, but we can touch on it again. Oh, yes, David, please friend me. Anybody can friend me on Facebook if you want to. I'm not one of those guys that considers himself up here. I've never been one of those guys. I've been in radio for, like I said, 40 years, and I never really got that because I'd been in radio with some radio guys who, because of their job, somehow thought they were better than anybody else. I'm going, you're just a freaking radio guy. You got a cool job, but come on. So anyone who wants to, listen, unless you have weird conspiracy thoughts on your website, on your page, I can't do the conspiracy. Like I can't do that. Listen, I don't get into politics, but at the same time, please, if you want to friend me, that's fine. But if I see the earth is flat, that's the example I always use on your Facebook, I'm going to walk away, beep, 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 slowly away. And that'll be it. But failed follow-up albums. I think we will. Oh, The Pursuit by Jamie. I love Jamie Cullum. Matrix Spyware. I love Jamie Cullum a lot. Casey and the Sunshine Band. Catherine, great one. Oh, Frankie Ford, Sea Cruise. Anything Reba McEntire. James, great example. Oh, Whenever You Call Me Friend. Loggins and Nix. Yes. Cat Stevens, Moon Shadow. Thanks, Karen. Oh, Electric Avenue, Emil Music. Yeah, Eddie Grant. Wasn't there a Weird Al Yankovic version of that? I think there was. And there's probably, oh yeah, Mr. Big Stuff. I just saw that, Gene Knight. Mr. Big Stuff. D. McCann. No tinfoil hats allowed. I don't know. I understand. I have a lot of friends who have very strong opinions. And so, I do too. No one comes to this channel for that. They don't care about that stuff. So I want to make this a political free, big one. Yes, Michael, My Sharona. Yeah. And Weird Al had one of those with a body part that's down there. Do you remember that one? Yeah. Adam Ant, KC and the Sunshine Band. Trance 9, good one. Crazy Horse. Oh, Crazy Horses. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Mahatma Gumby. I love that name. Crazy Horses. Yeah. Whatever they did, I forget. The Carpenters, Calling Occupants. Yes. That's a good one. Randy Newman. Ted came up a few times. You know my name, Beatles. Taco, Putting on the Ritz. See, these are great ones. I couldn't have Poco, Crazy Love. Well, that I wouldn't have picked that, but Neil Sedaka, Rick. I love that song, by the way. Laughter in the Rain. I just love that song so much. And Bad Blood with Elton John with Neil Sedaka. I just love that one as well. But the Muppet movie soundtrack. You guys are awesome. Michael Shogi, You Don't Bring Me Flowers. Yes, yes. Barbra Streisand, Neil Diamond. I had both those albums. And, a DJ put them together. And then the rest is history. But I had the Neil Diamond album and I had the Barbra Streisand album. And a lot of my friends went, what? How can you like Led Zeppelin and Barbra Streisand? I'm going, because I do? I don't know. I just do. I used to say, well, I don't categorize my CD collection, but actually I do now because I find it easier. I have a lot of new age records, like the Windham Hill stuff, the Narada stuff. I have records, so I keep those together because sometimes I forget what I have. I keep my old country stuff together, my soundtrack stuff. Yeah. Oh, Ted, Benny Mardonis Into the Night. Good one. Oh, Brick House. Yes. James, thank you. Oh, Melody R said that. Okay. Thank you, Melody. Kiss from a Rose. Oh, okay. Everybody's Talking. Nielsen. Wade, thank you. Good music is good music. Joe, thank you. But everybody's interpretation of good music. Oh, Karen, yes. David S. X Rock On. Yeah, I never liked that song. There's certain songs, and we're going to talk about this. We always do really well with the ones we're going, what song can you not stand? And makes you go, oh my God, change the channel. Mine is All I Want to Do, that country song by, why can't I remember their names? Jennifer Nettles is the lead singer, who seems like such a nice woman. She really does. Who sings that song, All I Want to Do? I love Driver's Seat. I just talked to their lead singer. Muskrat Love. No, actually, I hate that song. Yeah. Oh, Steve Martin, King Tut. Man. Good ones. Sugarland. That's who it is. And I don't know any other Sugarland songs. I'm sure I probably heard some through osmosis. Thank you, Gerald. I appreciate that. Yeah, that song makes me want to jump off a bridge. And nothing against Jennifer Nettles. Like I said, I've seen her on shows, and she just seems like a lovely woman. I love the Nightlight. Ted, thank you. Alicia Bridges. Wow, you're just kicking them. Boom, 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 boom. All right, guys, it's 11. I got to record my radio show. Power Station. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Achy Breaky Heart. One of the ultimate. Michael, you're the man. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for a few people who super chatted us tonight, gave us donations. We appreciate that. If you ever want to donate money and you don't want to you don't want YouTube to have any of it, or you can usually, not in this one, but usually there will be in about 15 minutes, a link in the description of this video where you can PayPal us a donation if you ever want to. Oh, Android True Connection, Ted, yes. Good night, everyone. Lexic, I appreciate you guys being out there. Thank you. Like our video, subscribe to our channel. We're gonna get to some Like It Hot. Definitely. Yes, John, thank you. Power Station. We want to get to 100,000, so please subscribe. Thank you. And we've got some good interviews coming up. We're going for Kenny Loggins again. We got David Page coming up of Toto with his long career with so many different artists. Joseph Williams coming up probably tomorrow or the next day. We've got more from Nazareth. We've got, who else do we have? Fee Waybill coming up as well. Oh, I've got so many interviews in the can. It's insane. So look for them. Anyway, thanks for joining us. Appreciate you guys.